Hello everyone and welcome to Atlas Elite 0.3. Now I'm going to get right into it because there are a lot of new blocks that are added and a lot of changes to old blocks. So I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down. If you are playing this mod, I recommend installing something like Just Enough Items because there are loads of recipes in this mod and they're sort of unique. There's also stonecutter recipes as well, but yeah, I recommend installing a crafting recipe mod just to make things easier. And on the wiki, I'm not too sure whether I want to do every single recipe because each update is going to have tons of new items and blocks and stuff, and it'll get too much. And I don't want to have an overcrowded wiki. But I haven't started that yet, so I still need to make that decision. Anyway, starting off at the top, we have a new type of mangrove, which is called Mangrove Mosaic. And if this looks familiar, it is the bamboo mosaic, but just using mangrove textures and stuff. So you can have a new type of wood, and all the fences and stuff connect. It has stairs, slabs, fences, trapdoors, and buttons, and all of them work as they do normally, like so. So yeah, and this is the same for all the other blocks in the mod. And instead of fences, they have walls instead, just to make it more consistent with Minecraft. Anyway, we have a new stair type called the Mangrove Trim Stairs. And this is the same for most of the new blocks in the update, but not all of them. And that's just a personal preference. But yeah, this is basically just a fancy normal stair block. You can see it has the same hitbox as normal stairs, but it has a gold trim and has this little angled piece of wood just to make things look more fancy when building, like this, say for example. But unlike stairs, they can't be placed upside down, but they can be placed on any direction, so that's nice. And that's the same for the other blocks. We also have marble and blackstone trim stairs, but I'll get into that in a second. Anyway, moving on to marble. Marble is a new block similar to granite or diorite and andesite, as in it spawns underground in these fairly small to large patches, I would say. But from this one block, you can make a smooth variant, and this is made by smelting it in a furnace or by putting it into a stone cutter. So either way. And this has its stairs, slabs, walls, trapdoors and button version. Then from that, with 4 smooth marble, you can make marble bricks. Or in the stone cutter, it's 1 marble for 2 bricks. And then they have their variants as well. And then finally we have chiseled marble, which is just 4 bricks, which get 4 chiseled marble. And I'll just show off these blocks. So this is the brick here, this is the chiseled marble, and this is the smooth marble. And then we have the normal marble over here. So sort of gives off a liminal pool sort of design. That's what I wanted to go with this. Or, I don't know, a fancy bathroom or something like that. Or, I don't know, you're building a replica of the White House, you can use these blocks. Yeah. I might update this texture a bit as the texture, the pixels in between the bricks feel a bit too harsh compared to the other blocks. I might lighten this one up as well a bit. Or make these like both a little bit lighter. I'm not sure yet. But marble also has its trim stairs variant, which is the same as the mangrove trim stairs, but it just uses a marble texture instead. Anyway, moving on to gilded blackstone, which is made out of 4 smooth gilded blackstone, which is the same as the marble, you just smelt gilded blackstone. And I think because Gilded Blackstone, and that's the word I'm going to be saying a lot now, but Gilded Blackstone is only found in Bastions, I'm pretty sure. So I made it renewable by costing 2 Blackstone and 2 Golden Nuggets. And that's a recipe exclusive to this mod. And it gets 3. I might bump that up to 4 just in, to make things more consistent. But yeah, that's how you make it. With that, you can then cook it into the smooth Gilded Blackstone, obviously. 4 of those make the brick, and then 2 of those, that recipe needs fixing, I'll fix that. But it'll be 2 like this, makes the pillar. And they will have their stair, slabs, wall, trapdoor, button variants. But anyway, this is what the blocks look like. They all, well, these 2 use pretty similar texturing with the gold on here. But this is basically just the Gilded Blackstone, but without all this dark texturing on it, as you can probably tell. And then the bricks are just a slightly retextured polished Blackstone brick, which is here. It just sort of has the gilded texture on it, so it's basically the same. And then the pillars are just retextured quartz pillars, but how this is off-centered, so this is white on the outside here and then a sort of grey on the outside here. This is centered, so it has the border. And there is a little issue with this right now where the top has the right texture, but the bottom doesn't, but that'll be fixed in the next update. So yeah. That's basically it for the new stuff, apart from a few things which I'll go over in a second. But I want to talk about Adium, which was sort of the original key to this mod, and that has changed drastically, have you seen. It's more of a decoration mod than what I wanted to go with originally. But yeah, this still spawns in the world in stone layers, and this is all the same from last update. So you get raw Adium from the ore, you smelt it into the ingot, and you can make all the blocks. But a couple properties have changed and a couple recipes. This is all the same. Obviously you'll see this advancement, I'll talk about that in a second. But this for now is normal, but I have plans to add unique properties to this in the next update, which I'm working on right now. But yeah, in the next update, this will just be a weak version of the Adium block, which we already have here, as it's weak Adium, obviously. And then we have Adium stained one-way glass, which basically does what it says on the tin. You have the Adium texture on one side, so you go like this, so you can't tell that it's glass really, and then on the other side you can just look straight through it. And then this can be placed in all 4 directions. It can also be placed facing downwards and facing upwards, so you can probably use this in a lot of builds. Now you're probably going to ask, why did you make the texture on top the block of Adium? That is because I didn't want to make this easy to blend in, so you sort of have to use Adium blocks. So you can't just have, say, like an oak floor and then this be like an oak version of this, because that makes it too overpowered. So you have to use this one specific block around it to make it blend in. And then finally, the last thing that has changed is the Adium plated iron block. Just set it today really quickly. Now the texture's fine. I might change it a little bit in the next update, I'm not too sure yet. But the only things that have changed about it is when you get it, you now get this advancement called a dedicated upgrade. Now this doesn't do anything yet, but I might use this for some sort of armor in the future if I decide to add that back. And also with this, the recipe has changed. So it's a smithing upgrade template, I know this says Adium plated iron block, but it's actually just an iron block. That's a visual glitch, I'll fix that. And yeah, and then one Adium ingot. So I'll actually show these off really quickly, just so it's easier. Here we go. You put the smithing template in, the iron block, and the Adium ingot, and you get one block. So there we go. There's that. And finally, the rest of the new blocks. We have these wooden panels. They're all the same, so I'll only grab one. But it's just this flat texture that uses the stripped log version of the wood for mangrove and then cherry. And these can be placed in all the directions as well, so on walls and then on roofs. And then on floors as well. And then we have these last two items. This is the marble, which you can just throw at people. I might change this sound to a different sound just to make it fit in a bit more. But yeah, this can be made with 4 marbles in a crafting table for 4, or I might change that for 1 to 1, so that makes a bit more sense. But yeah, finally we have the dark oak drawer, which is just a normal drawer. You can put items in it or whatever, like so. It's just a smaller version of a barrel, well, with less space. But the recipe actually uses a barrel, so I might give this more space, or I'll make the recipe cheaper. I might actually make the recipe cheaper because I want this to be more of a starter item. But yeah, this works just like any normal storage block. But yeah, that's it for this update. It might not seem like there's a lot, but when you take into perspective the stairs and slabs, walls, trapdoors, buttons, fences, stairs, each panel, there is a lot. Yeah, if you do have any suggestions for the next update, please make sure to leave them in my Discord. I already have quite a chunky list of stuff I want to add next update. So yeah, I'll also be posting spoilers in my Discord as well. But yeah, that's basically it. One last thing I'm going to mention is that I downgraded from 1.20.4 to 1.20.1. This is just so it can be used with mods like Adventures in Time, for, I don't know, TARDIS interiors, or my add-on that I'm working on, or any other 1.20.1 Minecraft mod. And that's because newer versions of Minecraft just feel too, like, bloated with all these items and new mechanics. But yeah, that's why. And if you're worried about the data pack being downgraded, it won't. It will stay in the latest version of Minecraft, just to make things easier for people who want to use it on servers or something. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. The update is out, so go and download it and mess around with it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.